Switching gears, I'm going to talk about someone who meant a lot to me as a child. Maybe not as a child. I want to say in the high school, because I think that's when his music first started coming out. In high school, maybe middle school. Middle school and high school. Justin Bieber. Let's talk about Justin Bieber for a second. For those who are not aware, by the time you hear this, it'll be last week. Hailey Bieber had her own solo Vogue cover, which is exciting. Her very first time doing this, and Hailey's beautiful, okay? Haley's beautiful. Maybe sometimes I'm like, am I a contrarian? Because like the way everybody hates her now, I'm like, well, she can't be that bad. Now, is she someone I probably would be friends with? I don't think so. I don't think we probably have anything in common other than that we're both women, but I don't hate her. She's fine for all I know. Her husband, Justin Bieber, someone that, I wanted one of his songs played at my wedding. This is what he posted the day his wife got her very own Vogue cover. He posted this on his Instagram. Picture of the cover. Yo, this reminds me of when Hailey and I got into a huge fight. I told Hales that she would never be on the cover of Vogue. Yikes, I know, so mean. For some reason, because I felt so disrespected, I thought I had gotten to get even. I think as we mature, we realize that we're not helping anything by getting even. We're honestly just prolonging what we really want, which is intimacy and connection. So baby, you already know, but forgive me for saying you wouldn't get a Vogue cover because clearly I was sadly mistaken. All right. Lots of things happening there. So first of all, he also changed the caption because there were so many people commenting on it. He changed the caption. So first of all, let's just talk about the comment first. I'm sure that they've gotten in fights and this happened. Like I don't doubt that. And that's really mean. That's something really mean to say to your wife, to someone you love. Your wife, your love is supposed to be your biggest supporter. That is just so mean to say. Do we get in fights and say things we don't mean sometimes to people we love? Absolutely. Now, to post it, that is where you lose me. There's no reason to post that on your wife's, the day of her, big accomplishment, a dream come true. Why share this story? I think this is an interesting story. I think maybe another platform, another way to share it is possible because, at the end, he's trying to give a lesson. Like sometimes when we're mad, we say things we don't want to say. But really what we want is just connection and love. Sure. Why share this now? I'm confused. A. B. I really think that sometimes we don't have to share everything. We don't have to be so authentic. And that's something I'm working on myself. Like I'm talking to myself too. Sometimes you don't have to be so authentic. I think that we have become an oversharing generation, become an oversharing group of people in general, like as millennials specifically. And that was just too dang much. There was no reason for him to share that. And it reminds me of something else. It reminds me of Rachel Hollis. In her book, she talked about how her husband told her this job she would not be able to get because only 3% of the people get this specific job. And then she got it. So she got a bracelet. She showed him a bracelet that said 3%. Look at that. He said he didn't believe in me, and now I did the thing he didn't. My husband, the person who's supposed to be my biggest supporter, the father to my children, the one that's supposed to be there rah for me, he didn't believe in me, but I showed him, here's my 3% bracelet. And I think that was supposed to be empowering. I read and saw that and I was like, oh, that's not something I want. That's not a relationship I want. And then this type of behavior between Justin, Rachel Hollis' husband, all that, that's just one or two steps below or above, or however, I guess below, that couple that the lady was talking about, how she irons her husband. She would iron her husband's clothes as he left to go be with his side chick. It's, to me, that's all in the same category. Those are all the same type of men. And honestly, not for me. That's not something I want. It's not inspiring. I just want to encourage everyone and remind any of the girlies, you should be with someone who supports you and is excited for you, someone who's not going to embarrass you, someone who's not going to tell you can't do something. That's just so crazy to me, telling you'll never be on the cover of Vogue. What? I get people fight or whatever. I don't, why would you say that? And posted it on the day of. He also posted something it was a tough day, something like that. And it's this is it. Why would you, even if it was a tough day, why can't you just give your wife 5 seconds to enjoy her moment? I just don't understand it. And yeah, I just want to encourage everyone, like, you should be with someone who's going to support you and cheer you on. Getting back at your husband by wearing a 3% bracelet isn't cute. That's not encouraging. Ironing your husband's clothes before he goes out with his side chick isn't encouraging. That's not something, that's kind of insane. So yeah, that's that. What do you guys think? What do you think about the stories I shared? What did you think about Justin Bieber? Actually, first, let me know what you think about Justin Bieber. Do you think he's okay? I am the person in my friends group chat that's like, oh, he's just quirky. Yeah, he's just quirky. It's becoming harder and harder to say that. It's becoming harder and harder to say that. He does not seem to be completely okay. So let me know, what are your thoughts on Justin? Do you think that, and also, what are your thoughts, like, when it comes to relationships with things like this? Do you think, you know what, sometimes you just yell at each other and you just say these things? Or do you think, like, oh, Rachel Hollis's husband was just being realistic, and then, you know, or a thing that the lady was saying was like, she felt like God gave her the grace. God gave her the grace to iron her husband's clothes to go out with his side chick. I'm sorry, that has like traumatized me. I cannot stop thinking about that. What an awful thing to share and then like to live. And let me just, I want to say this, to end it on this. You know, Rachel Hollis and her husband are divorced, and unfortunately he's passed away, so this doesn't apply to them. But the other two couples are still together. And these situations could be 10, 15 years ago, and they could be completely different people. I hope they're different people. I pray that things have gotten better, and I will never like shame someone's marriage or like wish ill on someone's marriage. I typically don't like to tell people to leave their husbands, because I do believe that, you know, there's only adultery is and obviously physical abuse is the only reason to leave a spouse. So I do believe that. Biblical reasons. I do believe that for sure. So I would never say that, and I don't want to say that about people's marriages, but I just want those of us who aren't married, those of us who are dating, those of us who have a chance to like turn around, to just think like, these are the things that we could be doing. And like, these couples that are so together, I pray that they have moved past this and like God has restored that marriage, that relationship. So yeah, I just want to end on that.
Thank you for watching this clip of Those Are the Girls with Mallory and Friends. You can watch the full episode here on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts.